How was your week?
Hi, Gerson. Work and work. Prepare my classes to the
Oh
next
my
week.
Lord. I know.
Yeah.
When I was a teacher, well, I mean, I'm still a teacher, but when I only work as a teacher, I used to have 9 hours a day, maybe 10 hours a day. So yes, I know. It's pretty heavy. Mariana, manifest to new camera on.
I'm sorry, I have to be honest. I am eating a tamal. Do you? I'm
Pues,
sorry.
so what?
¿Gustan?
Presume el dinero enfrente de los pobres. ¿Cómo dice el vato de los vecinos del TV show? Ustedes los ricos siempre humillando a los pobres.
Es un tamal de oaxaqueño. Pero es que no he desayunado.
¿Cómo lo haces para
Enjoy
estar
it.
delgada?
Thank you.
¿Cómo lo haces para estar delgada? Digo, yo como un tamal y...
Gracias, de hecho engordé mucho porque me di hipotiroidismo.
bueno, pero no por comida.
Estaba más delgada, pero pues creo que es genética, gracias a Dios, porque sigo comiendo mucho.
Sí, yo los odio todos ustedes, comen y comen y no se engordan.
Sí,
No.
perdón, por eso estoy aquí. Sí.
No, that's okay. Steven, Giovanni, Marta, you're finally here. Turn your camera on. Claudia, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are
was your
you?
week? Fine?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty
Yes.
busy.
What do you do in the week? Tell me something interesting that you might have done in the week.
Oh, interesting. Well, everything is interesting. I have 3 kids, so my life is very busy. I have a kid almost, he's in 5 months, so he made me crazy. Actually, he's here.
Mira.
So
Baby de Fero.
yes, he's learning.
Nah, that's very nice. Perfect. So, yeah.
That's it.
That's it, huh? So, hey,
Yeah.
Marta, what happened to your hand?
Fine. My arm hurts, but I'm already medicated.
What happened? You broke it or what?
Yes.
Oh my Lord, I'm sorry. What happened? An accident? You
Yes.
fell?
Yes. I medicated and broke my arm.
Yes, your arm. But what happened? You had an accident?
Yes. Of the chair.
The what?
The chair.
The shirt. I don't understand. Can you repeat?
Que me caí de la silla.
Oh, the chair. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes, that happens. I'm sorry. But now it's okay.
But I saw so.
Okay. Okay. Very good. All right, Nancy, hello. The one that he had a class in the morning, but it was in the afternoon. Chiste local. Luego les platico. Okay, so let's start. Today is it's a good day to start talking about language acquisition, and we are going to talk about. We're going to start working on a mock test for module 1 on the TKT. So after we have seen the topics that we've seen, we can do the module 1. Okay, but first, let's do some. Let me open the file. Yes. Can you see my screen? Not if you see it. Yes, cool. All right.
Yes, we can.
Positive.
So we're talking about language acquisition, or in other words, the study language. Can you read this, Nora, please?
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay. It says, what is language study? Language study refers to any stage in a lesson where students and teachers focus on a specific feature of the language and its construction in order to understanding it.
Better, very good. Okay, so it's all of what we teach to our students so that can they actually understand that specific part, whether it's a drill, a task, or vocabulary, or a grammar present, something that is in particular helpful for our students, okay? So what are the goals? Okay, can you read the first goal, Erika?
Yes. The immediate goal of language study is to increase knowledge of language systems so that the students improve productive and receive skill in the long term.
Okay, very good. So that's our goal. Do you agree with that? That students increase their knowledge? Yes, that's our goal. Second goal. Can you read it, Brian?
Yes, teacher. Good morning, everyone. Teachers should foster training of autonomous learners. Students should not only study language in the classroom under the direction of the teacher, but should also research on their own.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody agrees with that, right? We hope we hope that our students actually start producing the language, okay? Not necessarily having us forcing them or move them to talk, but they will actually, in a natural way, start talking English. That's pretty much the goal. Training autonomous learners. That's interesting expression. When do you think a student becomes autonomous?
When they start searching by themselves, right? When they have the willing and the skill to be looking by themselves, like something they may be interested in or interested about.
Very good. Exactly. When a student is motivated to produce language, you can even see it. No, they start talking in Spanglish. Have you seen that? Students talking in Spanglish and then translating. No, they start being motivated. That's good. That's start. So that is that there are autonomous, right? Don't expect like the Korean kids I had many years ago. I had a couple of Koreans when I was teaching literature in Tec de Monterrey. And I remember every Friday, well, not every Friday, but some Fridays, approached to my desk and said, teacher, I didn't quite understand your class today. Will you give me more homework so I can practice? Yeah, don't expect that happened to Mexican kids. But when they start talking in Spanglish and things like that, you're on the right track. Okay, good. So we're going to talk about multiple intelligences. Let's do an exercise first. Okay. You have it in your WhatsApp. Let me open it for you. The psychologist His Carelli knows what we're talking about. It's one of
Our Gardner,
yes.
Yeah, multiple intelligences.
Yeah, it's one of the most one of the theories that you study in your career. So this, you have this in your WhatsApp. It's called, the file is exercises. So the first one, exercise 1. I want you to take, it says 15 minutes is too long. Take 6 minutes, 7 minutes to answer it. And this is, this quiz will tell you where do you stand and what to do about it. Read each statement, and if it expresses some characteristics of yours and some true, write a T. If it doesn't, it's an F. And if sometimes it's true or sometimes it's false, leave it in blank. I repeat. Example, let's do number 1. I'd rather draw a map than give someone verbal directions. So if it's true, you write T. If it's false, you write F. If it's 50-50, you leave it in blank. Okay? So go ahead, open it in your WhatsApp, and let's do it. Yes, Nora, you're excused.
I'm back, thank you.
Oh, you're back. Okay, I'm sorry. I read the message too late. Hello, Nancy. So what happened to your course? I'm sorry, I'm just picking on you. All right, you're doing it? Okay, cool. Man, those gotas really work.
Gerson,
Yes, Rocio.
do we already have it in the WhatsApp? I don't see it.
Yes, a ver.
Is the information you already sent us?
There, I just sent in the morning.
Yes, we do have it.
Okay, I got it, sorry.
Is it the one that says exercises?
That's correct.
Okay.
I just mentioned you in the
Group.
and in the group. Thank you, Ivan. Man, I have to take less drops from that thing. I feel so relaxed. You okay, Kareli?
Yeah.
So this is going to be your last Saturday? No. ¿Por qué?
And supposedly it's mine too, right, teacher?
I don't have the information at hand, but you've been 5 months already?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I actually was kind of like at the same time than Kareli. I think that just 1 week ahead.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Or before.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't even see Rosario and pretty much anybody here. I just know Kareli and I think that Patricia. And
Or Rosario, she had
Yes.
some family issues.
Oh.
But she told me.
And Nora, I know Nora as well here in the group.
Yes.
Yes.
Nora, she comes when she dreams that she has classes. So
No, I work one Saturday and one Saturday I'm off work.
I'm just teasing you. That's well, you know, if you say so, that's fine. I mean, we just program the TKT exam now, but we'll do it in private, so because it will be different dates for each one, different factors. Mostly the pandemic. I know Kareli and Nora, they're in Celaya, right? No, No, you're in Mexico City?
I'm in Aguascalientes.
Aguascalientes, okay.
I am in Mexico City, teacher. Well, not Mexico City, but the state, nearby Puebla.
I'm in Mexico
Okay.
City.
Okay, well, the ones in Mexico City, it will be in Lindavista. I don't know if, well, it's gonna be far from you, Steven. But
From
yeah,
Steven,
but
yes, I
I am
live
used to
pretty
it, so
nearby.
don't worry. I mean, as long as I have, you know, like a site where I can go to, it's okay. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to, it will take me like from 2 to 3 hours to commute from here to there, but it's okay. I mean,
okay, yeah, because we have an office in Lindavista, and I know it's going to be there. Kareli, I'm going to be applying myself the exam to the ones in Celaya. And but Kareli, no, Kareli, she went to watch porn in the bathroom or something. How you going? How you doing? Good. Okay. Kareli, I was telling that I will be applying the TKT exams for the ones in the Bajío personally. But most likely, how difficult is for you to commute to Irapuato?
No, it's okay. Irapuato, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I normally would have it like 2-3 applications, like one in Irapuato, one in León, one in Celaya. But because of the pandemic, we're not really allowed to have a lot of places open. You know what I mean?
I understand.
So I have the permission to open my school. So
teacher, but in that case, you will be, you know, like present there, like.
No, for in your case, no. It would be you're in La Vista. That would be Donovan.
No. I mean, but talking about the ones nearby Irapuato.
Oh yeah,
So
I'll be applying the exam actually.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it's because I have family right there, like in Guanajuato. So I was just wondering if you were the one.
Yeah, if you're welcome to come, no problem.
Ramsey, you travel to Irapuato.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, you're welcome to come, no problem. Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right, teacher.
Do you have the dates, Gerson? Because I have to go to Guanajuato next month. Maybe I can schedule
On
the day of the
March.
exam. Or when?
Yeah, if we can schedule one on March, but it would be the last week. Let me talk today with Global Academy in León. Is a big school, and they are my my friends, partners. I don't know how can I call it. So it's gonna be their students in my facilities, and because I need to have at least 15 people to open a date. So I'm putting together people, you know what I mean? So
teacher Gerson, I can ask for a permission on the company that I work for, you know, in order to move myself, you know, like to go to there, like to Guanajuato. Then I would like to see, like maybe at the end of the class, the days, you know, like the date or the schedule, so that I can, you know.
And so give me chance to talk to Global Academy today.
Okay.
So they can confirm how many people and the dates. I know it's in March.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly the date because I need to, set the schedules, my schedules with their schedule. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, teacher. Yeah, and I would appreciate it a lot, you know. So if you give me kind of like the day, it would be easier for me to talk to my boss, well, my supervisor, so he can, you know, like allow me to go to there.
Yeah, for me
So,
the same. I can do it, and maybe we can do it together.
Sure.
yeah.
No problem.
Sweet.
No problem. Yes, and then after the application, we can go and have some lunch or something.
Yes,
Drink.
sir. Count me down.
All right. Sounds good. So everybody finished?
Yeah.
I can open it.
You can open it?
Mhm.
Okay. Well,
What application it's for? Well,
Yeah.
said me that it's uncompatible. I don't know.
oh, it's a Microsoft Word.
It's worth.
Word?
Yes.
Do we have to finish the 7 pages?
No. Just the first two. The first exercise.
Okay.
Rocio, geez, I'm surprised. You're like you were like the geek in the school, right?
I'm sorry. I falling asleep at 5 in the morning. I think at 6. I'm too tired, but I'm trying.
You fell asleep at 6. Ay, te fuiste de cotorreo, ¿ah? Y...
Oh, no. Well, my husband is in Chihuahua right now. His father has died. So
Oh, sorry.
my children were like crazy, and I know it was a long night. I'm okay,
Oh, I'm sorry.
but when you don't sleep, you feel like lost. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of distracted, but I'm
No,
trying.
actually, my comment. First of all, I'm sorry about the cotorreo comment. Okay, I didn't know.
No, it's okay. I feel okay. Don't worry. It's okay.
Secondly, I believe you were the one back in your school days. You were like the teacher's pet, huh?
I was not. I've always been like serious in that sense, but probably nowadays, like I'm hitting Tecamac, probably I am different in that
Okay.
sense, I think. But thanks for observing my changes today. Thank you.
No, it's very, very nice. Okay, Ray, you finish? Okay, cool. All right, so let's go down to Giovanni. Did you open it?
Not ready.
Okay. We can open it here. So this is wait a minute. Yeah, this is like the conclusion, right? So we have linguistic, logical, mathematical, musical, spatial, body kinesthetic, intrapersonal, and interpersonal. Okay, so it says check a mark by each item you marked as a true, and then add your totals. A total of 4 of any of the characters A through E indicates a strong ability. In categories F and G, a score of 1 or more, you have a skill abilities as well. So in other words, for example, Nora, in question 7 and sentence 7, was it T or false?
I put T.
Okay, so T, you're gonna write T. What about 8? Nora, yourself, just an example.
T also.
Okay, so it's a T. 14.
F.
Okay, so it's a false. 18.
T.
Okay, so T. And 25?
T also.
Okay, so it's 4 T's. That means that you're linguistic. Okay, that's the purpose of the quiz. Now, all of us, exactly, all of us are going to be linguistic because all of us are English teachers. However, I've seen teachers like, because of circumstances became teachers, but they're not really teachers, like they're not really linguistic, they're engineers or something like that. and they do have this logical, mathematical predominant intelligence, or they would have a special, but not linguistics, and they have a really hard time teaching English. But that's a whole different story. So do that, do the conclusion, and tell me, for example, Grace, tell me what is your strongest, or your, yes, ability or abilities?
Let me finish. I mean, musician. Or what do you mean? Sorry.
Yeah. So you have 4 T's in musical.
No. No, sorry. O sea, I started doing the linguistic part and it was 5. Then logical, mathematical, it was 3. Musical, it was 1. And I'm trying to do the rest.
Okay, so you haven't finished. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute to finish. Who has finished to do the conclusion? Nancy, you finished?
No, teacher, not yet.
Okay, I'll shut up.
I'm finished.
Cool, we'll give it 2 minutes.
Okay.
It's done.
Perfect. Let's give it 30 seconds for the rest to finish.
I'm already done, teacher.
Perfect. Perfect. Excuse my British accent. All right, let's listen to Nora first. Nora.
I haven't finished. I'm sorry. My computer.
Okay, who has finished?
Problem.
Erika.
Okay, Grace, you finished, right? Okay, Grace, go ahead. Share with us.
Linguistics, linguistic it was 5. So logical, mathematical 3, musical 1, spatial 3, body kinesthetic 3, intrapersonal, I got the 2 of them, and interpersonal 3. So yeah.
So you're both intrapersonal and interpersonal. That's because of religion, you know?
Yeah, and I like introspection, and I'm very extroverted usually.
Yeah, because you're not really interpersonal, eh? You're more like intrapersonal, but because of religion, you developed the interpersonal part. That's pretty cool. All right. So no mathematical, I know. No musical, I know. That's okay, but you're 5 in linguistics. Wow, that's pretty cool. Who else finished? Andrea, please. Andrea and then Patty. Andrea, we cannot listen to you. Yeah.
Okay, so I got 3 in linguistics, 4 in logical mathematical, 3 in musical, 3 in spatial, 3 in bodily kinesthetic, and 0 intrapersonal and 2 interpersonal.
Wow. So you like mathematics?
Sometimes I think I prefer some aspects of mathematics, but not others.
Okay.
I
well,
like to
let-
draw. I like to draw a
you
lot,
do-
so I don't know if that has to do with it.
Okay, let me paraphrase it. Do you like to have like for example, you're in your drawers and your clothes, do you like it organized in colors or organized it by sizes, or I don't know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So you like patterns. That means you like to have like all blue shirts and then all red shirts. I don't know, for saying an example. Maybe you have it by sizes, or maybe by Sunday clothing or by Friday clothing. You do that?
I do like it when it's like that, but I don't really do it that often because
Okay,
I'm
but
kind
you
of
like
lazy.
it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. That means so logical, mathematical, not necessarily has to do with mathematics. It has to do with patterns by habits and yeah, habits pretty much. All right. See, I'm kind of worried about the linguistic part though. You need to develop that as an English teacher, but we'll go discuss that later in the class. Who else has finished?
I have finished.
Patty.
Okay, yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
Patty, Erika, and then Nora.
Okay.
Me too, teacher.
I have to.
I got 4 for linguistic, 4 for logical mathematical, 2 for musical, 4 for spatial, and 3 for body kinesthetic, 1 for intrapersonal, and 3 for interpersonal.
Interesting. Do you study anything else besides being an English teacher? What is
Yes, but business administration.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so
Yeah.
you like numbers and planning and
Yes.
I'm done teacher as well.
wow. Okay,
And
so who's next? Seneca.
Okay, I have 4 in linguistic, 5 in logical mathematics, 0 in musical, 4 in spatial, 2 in body kinesthetic, 2 in intrapersonal, and 2 in interpersonal.
Okay, so linguistic and mathematical. Very interesting. Nora.
Okay, I got 4 in linguistic, 5 in logical mathematical, 5 in musical, 3 in spatial, 3 in body kinesthetic, 2 interpersonal, and 3 intrapersonal, 2 and interpersonal 3.
All right. Okay, so linguistic, very good. Steven and then Rocio.
Yes, teacher. In linguistic, I have 5 of them. In logical mathematical, I have only 1. In musical, I have all of them. In spatial, I have 4 of them. In the next category, I have 4. In the one before the last one, I have 2, and on the last one, I have 3.
Yeah, you're very kinesthetic. That's very cool. You like to move around. All right.
Yeah, I used to play the drums and the piano as
Oh,
well.
okay. So that makes sense because you have developed all of your hemispheres. You have to be a lot of coordination, very cool. Okay, Rocio.
Okay, in linguistic, I got 4. Logical, mathematical, I got 1. Musical, 1. The next one, I got 2. Body kinesthetic, I got 2. Interpersonal 2. And the last one, I
I can, the last one, what is it? Repeat the last one because your connection.
3.
3, okay, okay. So Fabiola and then Emma and then Mariana.
Hello, good morning. In linguistics, I have 4, logical mathematics 4, music 1, I'm sorry, not music 2, spatial 3, body kinetic 3, intrapersonal 2, interpersonal 2.
Wow. Body kinesthetic, how many?
And kinesthetic 3.
3, okay, makes sense, all right. Chema and
4.
then Mariana.
In linguistic, I have 3. In logical mathematical, I have 4. Musical 3. Spatial 2. Bodily kinesthetic 1. Intrapersonal 0 and interpersonal 1.
All right. Mariana?
Yes, in linguistic, I have 3. In mathematics, I have 1. In musical, I have all of them. Spatial, how do you pronounce?
Spatial?
Spatial. I had only 1. In kinesthetic, I have only 2. Intrapersonal, all of them. Interpersonal, all of them.
Very interesting.
Teacher, Claudia.
Okay, Claudia, yes, please. And then Jesus.
The first one is 3.
Yes.
The second one was 3. The third one, 3. The fourth one, 3. The 5 was 4. ¿Cuál fue? Interpersonal was 1. And interpersonal 2.
Interesting. Logical mathematical, how many?
3.
Okay, and spatial?
Spatial. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3.
3. Okay.
Everything was 3. Just saying.
Okay.
I finished, teacher.
And which one you have 4?
Okay.
Kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic. So you like to dance?
Yes, I like.
Okay, makes sense. All right, so Jesus? Ivan?
In letter A and B, I have 4. In letter C, I have 3. In letter D, I have 3 too. In body kinesthetic, I have 2. In letter F, I have 1. And the last one, I have 2.
Interesting. You have developed, you developed the linguistic and the mathematical both. That's rare. Do you have do you study any engineering or something like that? Ivan?
I finished my career as a mechatronics engineer. So,
okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So I studied a lot of mathematics.
So you developed it. Very good. Interesting. So that's pretty much interesting. Okay, so who else wants to share? Nancy, I want to see yours.
Okay. In linguistic, I have 5. Logical, mathematic 5. Musical 2. Spatial 4. The kinesthetic 4. Intrapersonal 2 and interpersonal 3.
Yeah, that's interesting. You have all of them developed. You're a soccer player, right?
Yes.
You do a lot of strategies, and you are special because you need to imagine in your mind the feel and how a play is going to end.
Yes.
Interesting. Very good. All right. Who else wants to share? Nobody else? Okay, cool. So all of us.
Taking the class, excuse me, but no problem.
No. Who said that? Gabi. Repeat, I didn't hear.
No problem. I am hear you. Thanks.
Okay, cool. All right. So all of us, we're supposed to have linguistics, right? If we don't have it, like Andrea, I will need to work on that, and we'll discuss that in a moment, because we need to develop our linguistics. Howard Gardner, who is the author of this theory, and back in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken, Carelli, correct me if I'm wrong, back in the 80s, he said that there was seven different type of intelligences. The human being has all of them. All of us have the same intelligences. However, some of us have some predominant than others because of genetics, because of society, because of education, for many factors. Back in our childhood, I'm talking about. So when we grow up, we develop one or two, maybe three, more predominant than the others. This is important for us as a teachers because two ways. It's important for us to identify our type of intelligence because anyone wants to take a guess?
Because we need, I'm sorry.
That's okay, Mariana.
Okay,
Ya me interrumpiste, pues ya déjalo.
I'm sorry, because I think that we have to know our gaps in order to know, for example, if a student knows or notice what we are wrong, we have to try that we know, well, not that we know almost all of them, but how can I say it? How can I explain it? Yes, that we need to know all of them in order to know our deficiencias. I don't remember, how do you say
Weaknesses, the weaknesses.
Our weaknesses.
Soft spots.
Yes, in order to improve, I think so.
Okay, so you're talking about you or the students?
No, I thought that about me when I'm
Okay, very
in the
good.
class.
We're talking about us, exactly. We need to know our strengths and our weaknesses, right? So we can use that in our benefit. Now, why, therefore, it's important to know our students' type of intelligence, Grace?
Oh, because, okay, if a student is good in linguistics, they are probably going to be like faster, like they will learn faster than the others. But if they have other type of intelligences, we need to focus more in the linguistics part. I mean, in order to know the best way of teaching them, we need to know how they learn.
Yeah, I agree with you because we need to know their type of intelligence. Okay, that's a must. This is a new tendency, teachers. No, back in the days, back in our day, we didn't have that. Even if the theory was, proven, right, Carelli? We didn't use that. We teachers.
He froze.
Yes.
Person.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're back.
Yes.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, where did you? Well, anyways, so back in our day, back in years ago, teachers weren't used to do that. right? Even though the theory was proven, teacher was like, okay, así es porque así es. ¿Por qué? Porque así es el maestro, porque yo soy el maestro y se acabó. Right? So we can do that, especially if you're teaching teenagers or little dudes like Karelich is teaching in kindergarten. You can't do that. You need to find out their type of intelligence so they can use that in their own benefit, even though it won't agree with us. For example, the bodily kinesthetic, right? They're always moving around. O como decía mi madre, tienes gusanos en el, no? But that's how they learn. That's actually how they learn. You can see the girl with the legs crossed and moving their feet. Y yo así de, ya, por favor. But that's because that's how they learn. That's how they concentrate. So we're going to see some of the features and some of the practical ways we can use the different type of intelligences. Okay, let me share.
I had a lot of issues, teacher, when I was back in the university, because I was always like standing up and the teacher was always telling me, hey, please, Ramsey, have a seat. And I was like, no, teacher, I cannot stand myself, like, like still. I need to be moving around.
Exactly. Yeah, no, and it's very, very interesting and interesting and hard, especially, for example, in university levels, maybe in prepa levels. Teachers that are for example, teachers that are asked to teach mathematics. What is the profile that the university requires for a mathematics teacher? Have you seen that? The profiles is, for example, engineers and robotics engineers and this and that. But they never ever require psychology studies. They never require
pedagogical.
Exactly, nothing like that. They just okay, you're gonna teach. You're an engineer. Teach mathematics. That doesn't work, really.
Yeah, because they could be like really ace at it, like very good at mathematics, but they don't have the pedagogical skills, so they will not know how to teach, pretty much, right?
Exactly. And if we don't take courses like this, it would happen to us too. You speak English, teach English. Well, yeah, but that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's talk about the 8 type of intelligences. According to Howard Gardner and aquí está Carelli, there were 7. And then the last one was added, and it's a controversial one. We'll discuss that when a moment comes. So the first one, verbal linguistic. Can you read this? Can you read the strengths, preferences, learns best through, and needs, please? Let's see, Chema.
Strengths: writing, reading, memorizing dates, thinking in words, telling stories. Preferences: write, read, tell stories, talk, memorize, work at solving puzzles. Learns best through hearing and seeing words, speaking, reading, writing, discussing, and debating. Needs: books, tapes, paper diaries, writing tools, dialogue, discussion, debated, stories, etc.
Okay, so do you agree with this? The ones that are linguistic?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, sir.
Of course. We like the memorizing. We like thinking in words. We like telling stories. We're chismosos at the end of the day. Okay.
Talkatives, teacher, talkatives.
We're talkatives. Yes, exactly. we like to hear and see words, and we like to talk, we like to write a lot. Why writing is good for us, even though it's linguistic? Because writing is part of what?
Part of what of our skills as well.
Of
Okay.
communication.
Very good. Excellent, Grace and Patty. Writing is a form of expression. It's also, it's not verbal, but it's producing language, okay? Very good. Now, what about mathematical, logical? Nancy?
Strengths: math, logic, problem solving, reasoning patterns. Preference: question, work with numbers, experiment, and solve problems. Learn best through working with relationships and patterns, classifying, categorizing, working with the abstract. And needs things to think about and explore: science materials, manipulative, trips to the planetarium and the science museum, etc.
Good. Andrea, do you agree with that?
More or less.
More or less, okay. Which one you don't agree with?
I don't understand the manipulative one
Working
in the
with
needs. I didn't understand what I was referring to.
Do you like to categorize the materials? There is, you know, like you like to move things around according to your pattern.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess.
Very good. Excellent. So these guys are really, for my perspective, from a linguistic perspective, these guys are really square-minded. They have very structured methodology life, per se.
Yes.
Okay, so have you watched The Big Bang Theory?
Yes, sir.
Sheldon Cooper is a mathematical logical. He has a schedule. He has a partner. He has something, and they don't like changes.
Yeah.
They are. But today is reading class, Miss. Sí, pero hoy es conversation. No, Miss, pero es que aquí dice que es reading class, Miss. Y tú así de, pero cállate, vamos a dar. Pero Miss dice aquí que es reading class. That's okay. That's part of their, nature. That's why teaching English to engineers is really hard. I don't know if you had that experience, but teaching English to an engineer is really difficult. They always want to know why. Y su pregunta favorita. Miss, ¿y cuál es la fórmula? ¿Y cuál es la estructura aquí? Y por más que le dices, dude, it's English. There is no structure. There's no, formula. But in their mind, they must have some sort of sequence to follow. Okay. Visual spatial, Rocio.
Visual spatial strengths, maps, reading charts, drawing, mazes, puzzles, imagining things, visualization, preferences, draw, build, design, create, daydream, look at pictures, learn space throughout, working with pictures and colors, visualizing, using the mind's eye, drawing, and it's Legos, video, movies, slides, art, imagination, games, maze, puzzles, illustrated books, trips to art, museums, etc.
Very good. These guys usually are really creative, they become architects, they become you know, like the ones that design, you know, blueprints and things like that. And some of them work for NASA. They're really, really creative. Let's talk about it. They're really creative. Now, who was here special? That was Rocio, no? I think, no. Who was it?
I'm kind of spatial teacher as well. I have 4 of them.
4 of them. Okay, cool. So let me ask you something, Steven. When you see a house, let's say you're walking down the street and then you see a house by the front side, in your mind, can you have it turning around?
Yeah, actually, I used to do that. I was kind of like interested about architecture, but then when it has like a lot of calculations and, you know, like do a lot of things related to maths, I just quit it. So yeah, but I can like visualize that.
All right, yeah, that's special. Nancy, you were also, you had 4 in special. Do you like drawing?
Yeah, I like drawing.
You like mazes? You like to solve mazes?
Actually, I am la morra de los plumones.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, because I can remember the things right in a specific color, a specific kind of typography or something like that.
Yeah. That's very classic of special. Now, Nancy, do you like to dream?
Yeah.
Like not dreaming when you're sleeping.
Okay.
I'm talking about thinking in the future, like you're watching. I don't know. You're watching what is your favorite soccer team?
Cruz Azul.
Okay, leave my class in this moment. I'm sorry. so, okay, I'm sorry about you, Nancy. But let's say you're watching Cruz Azul's dream team, and then what comes into your mind?
Play with them in the feminine team, girls team.
Okay, and what do you do when you're playing with that? When you're playing in the team, in your dream?
She's the captain.
Yeah.
Okay, so see what I mean? She seizes in her mind the whole movie, you know, like it's very unreal when, you know, Cruz Azul wins, but that's okay, you know, it's in their mind.
That was cruel, teacher.
I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing you, Nancy. Okay, so body kinesthetic. Let's say, Anaí, are you here? Yes.
Strengths: athletics, dancing, crafts, using tools, acting. Move around, touch and talk, body language, touching, moving, knowledge through, bodily sensations, processing. Role play, drama, things to build, movement, sports and physical games, tactile experiences, hands-on learning.
That's very good. Tactile experiences, that 4 is as a typo, it's a mistake. Good. So body kinesthetic, they like to move around. They're always moving around. They're always very, very annoying is the word. But that's their nature. Okay, that's their nature. Given a chance to do that. Okay, move around, touch. Like you remember the Carelli, the game Simon Says. You probably play that a lot with your little dudes, right, Carelli?
Repeat, Gerson?
Yeah, Simon Says. Simon Says, touch your notes. Simon Says, jump on a beat. Simon Says.
Yeah.
You probably play that with a lot of, and you can see your little dudes, and one of them, they're really excited, you know, yes, the nose, yes, because that's their likes, that's their touching, moving around, bodily sensations. That's kind of a weird expression, but yes, they learn through bodily sensations. They like drama, role playing. Have you seen that, little dudes or teenagers? Okay, let's talk about, let's role play. Y ya no falta la niña, pick me, mimis, yomis. That's because they're really kinesthetic.
Gerson, I thought I was, I got some kind of aesthetic, but according to this test, I was too low.
Sorry, repeat. I didn't understand.
Sorry, I thought I was kinesthetic, but according to the test you gave us before, I was too low in this bodily kinesthetic.
Okay, let's do something. Rocio, do you like dancing?
I don't, but I like sports, physical games, tactile experiences. Probably I'm not the one that is most of the things you wrote in needs, I think I have.
Okay, let me paraphrase the question. When you study for an exam, what do you do to concentrate?
I have to be writing and probably in total silence.
Okay, so you're not kinesthetic. Even the ones that are kinesthetic, when they have an exam, they need to move around to concentrate. I don't know if you've seen people actually reading, and while they're reading, they're walking around.
Yeah, that's me, teacher.
They're walking around, or when they're talking on the phone and an important phone call, they're talking and moving around. That's kinesthetic. They need to.
I thought that I was crazy. Now I know that it's not.
No, it's just you need that to concentrate. Okay, or I don't know. You're reading and then you're moving around the feet. Your feet is moving around. So, and you did that to concentrate. You think that your child is not concentrating, but they are. They actually are doing that to concentrate. Okay, next one. Musical. Kareli.
Yeah. Strengths, picking up sounds, remembering melodies, rhythms,
Rhythms,
singing, and preferences, sing, playing an instrument, listen to music, hum, learns best through, rhythm, singing, melody, listening to music and melodies, needs, sing a long time, trips to concerts, music playing at home and school, musical instruments, etc.
very good. So musical need to be listening to some sort of music, and actually they actually learn best through singing. You know, remember when you were learning the syllables? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you counted the syllables. That's totally musical. Okay, or they hum. Have you seen students? Okay, let's read, and they start. Have you seen that? That's because they need to be listening to something to concentrate. It's really annoying, really. but that's their nature, you know. I remember, let's say 2006 maybe. I worked for a prepa, for university, and it was a prepa university. I gave the English classes, and then when I started in the morning in prepa, it was 7 to 11 only. Me decían, ¿tú qué grupo tienes? No, pues tengo avanzado. No manches, tienes Abel. Y yo así de, ok. No sabes, es pain in the butt. He always, it's screaming, it's always challenging your authority. He's bad news. And guess what? He was. He was a really pain in the butt. But then I really had a hard time with him because he wouldn't do the exercises. He wouldn't do anything. He had problems at home, but that's a whole different story. But then one time in las guardias, for the ones that have worked for primarias and secundarias privadas, a los maestros en las recesos nos mandan a hacer guardias. No sé si las ha tocado.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, it's really bad. So I was sent to the football field, because está todo despoblado y necesitaban un hombre. Dije, bueno, yo voy para allá. So I noticed a bell under a tree writing in a notebook. Yo dije, no, ¿cómo? So I approached and I said, hey, you're screaming in the classroom, you're playing in the classroom, and outside you're writing in your notebook. Y me volteé a ver y me dice, ¿qué? Yeah, I noticed that he had an iPod. So I explained again, and maestro, please no le diga a la Miss que traje, a la Miss es la tutora, que traigo un iPod, estaban prohibidos. So then on the next class, I asked to do an activity, and then I said, Abel, do you have your iPod? Y se le es morenito el chavo, se puso como blanco, así todo. Le digo, no te lo voy a quitar. Quiero que lo uses. Siéntate junto a mí, póntelo y haz el ejercicio. Y volteé a ver a los demás. Y los demás, calladitos, se ven más bonitos. Y hago el que diga algo. ¿Y qué creen? Problem solved. Abel Abel from 7 went up to 8.5. O tampoco era de 10 el chavo. Pero at least he behaved.
That was amazing, teacher.
He was quiet.
I consider that is like something that all of the people do, right? Sometimes teachers, they don't give a damn about like the student. They just are there because they want to earn money, right? They don't really mind to change lives. So what you did, pretty much, I think that you changed. Maybe not the life per se, but at least the way he was learning. So that's amazing, teacher.
He's still my friend on Facebook and Instagram, and he works for a company, and I don't know the company. Es para la Honda, pero it's not really Honda anyways. But he travels to Germany and Japan, and he always sends me pictures. Hey, teacher. Lord, porque les digo, díganme Lord. Hey, Lord, te mando fotos de ando por acá. So yeah, he remembers me. I really had a hard time with the coordinator because, ya sabes, no faltó el que me delató. But I said, hey, look at Abel. He went from 7 to 8.5. So yes, that's something that you need to take into consideration, okay? Now, interpersonal, Erika.
Okay, is leading, organizing, understanding people, communicating, resolving conflicts, and selling. Talk to people, have friends, join groups, comparing, relating, sharing, interviewing, and cooperating. Friends, group games, social gatherings, community events, clubs, mentors, I don't know how I say
apprenticeships.
Apprenticeships,
Very good.
etc.
Okay, so interpersonal, they're leaders. They're leaders and they move around. Yes, Gabi. Gabi, do you raise your hand? Or my mistake? No, your audio, Gabi. Your audio.
Thank you very much. Excuse me.
No problem.
I like everything that has to do with this for me because it's marvelous. One can see feelings with body language. I love it.
Very good. Excellent. And in the case of interpersonal, they like to have a lot of friends. Have you seen that?
It's easy. It's not easy, but we can find a good friend. Is a good friend?
Yeah. Normally, the interpersonal guy, it's a good friend. Normally, he's a leader in the classroom. He always wants to be in the spot. Do you understand that? No, he always wants to be answering. Yo, maestro, yo, miss, yo, sé, miss, yo, miss. It's also really annoying, but it's their nature. So what do? Well, you keep him busy. If you have teamwork, you're the spokesman for the teamwork, or you're my assistant for the day. It never ever have pairs with two interpersonal. Why not?
Because we never shut up.
Exactly. They're always talking and talking and talking. And so it would be best to have a... Sorry, who said that? Oh, okay. Claudia?
No.
Very sound effects aquí. O sea, acá Polymarch.
I have a question.
Yes, Grace.
For example, with interpersonal, I relate to everything but leading. Like, I love groups, I love to make friends, but concerning leading, if I want to plan a party, I always ask a friend to invite everyone, and I play everything. Like, I do everything but leading. Like, I don't like to be a leader naturally, but everything else,
I guess, well, let me, can I give you my opinion?
Okay, sure.
I guess for the short period of time that I've been talking to you, I guess you are a leader. You just don't realize it yet. And let me tell you why. You, for example, you teach on Sundays, right? In my institution. You take the initiative and send a message to the students. Hey, I'll be opening the session in a few minutes. I've noticed that. That's courtesy. But, and I open it for everybody. Not every teacher does that. You're taking the initiative to approach your students. That's a leader.
Okay.
All right.
I am.
A leader is not just the one that moves people around. A leader is that takes the initiative to approach students.
And it's the one that looks for solutions, right?
Sorry, Stephen?
And a good leader is the one that provides with solutions, not excuses, correct?
Exactly. And you do that, Grace. I've seen that. I always check the chats, and for example, I don't know the names of the students, but Juanito Perez, I cannot get into it. You always answer and solve the problem. That's a leader. That's a person that cares for the people around him or her. All right. Okay, cool. So you are a leader. You just need to, my opinion, now, can I give you a suggestion? See, you need to believe more in you. All right.
Sorry for my therapist.
You have a lot of potential, but I've seen that you don't quite believe in you yet. Believe in you. You have, that's why you're you're working for me. Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not bragging, but I don't hire just any person to teach. Okay. Y aquí está Rocío que lo comprueba. Tuvo que mandarme sus planeaciones y todo el rollo y la cuestioné. But anyways, believe in you. That would be my suggestion. All right, cool. Intrapersonal. Ivan, ¿no estás aquí? Yes, Ivan.
Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, intrapersonal, strengths, recognizing strengths and weaknesses, setting goals, understanding self. Preferences, work alone, reflect, pursue interests, learns best through, working alone, having space, reflecting, doing self-paced projects, needs, secret places, time alone, self-paced projects, choices, etc.
Very good. So these guys are misconfused with shy people. These aren't necessarily shy people, okay? They are shy, but more than that, they are really, let me put it this way, they're more mature for their age. You know what I mean? They think more about themselves. They understand themselves better than other people. They love working alone. They like to have their secret places, and they like to have they don't like due dates. They say, okay, give me a project and I will do it, and I give it to you next week. And actually they do it. They're really responsible is the word. They're really responsible in their projects. The only problem with them is they don't like to talk. And why is a problem in our class? Why is that a problem in our class?
Because we need to have a conversation. We need to practice. Yeah, it's the way that we.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, Nora. I mean, they have to talk. That's the problem. So when they have their worst nightmare, it's a presentation in from the classroom. That's actually their worst nightmare. Or trios or pair work. But hey, they have to do it. All right. So find strategies to motivate them to talk. Number one, if it's pair work, never ever have to intrapersonal, because it will happen the same as the interpersonal. The interpersonal they will never shut up, and the other ones that never talk. So have one interpersonal with one intrapersonal. So it would be a balance, right? Have them, yes, Gabi?
See, excuse me, I want to say that people like that comes to have many personal problems and they are not associated. That's why it's very difficult to talk to today.
Interesting comment, Gabi. Very good. They actually do that. They normally, not necessarily a rule, but they normally have family issues because of their personality. They don't open themselves, okay? So they will have family issues, they will have friend issues, dating issues, o lo que sea que se estén comiendo, issues, okay? So that was a bad joke. Anyways, so, but give it a chance, okay? Don't force them, motivate them. Maybe have them write in a journal. That's pretty cool. Okay, Juanita Pérez, maestro, es que yo no me siento a gusto dar la presentación. Okay, well, you have to do it. Why don't I help you and do a journal every day? write a sentence of what you do, and then you explain that to the classroom. I don't know, something like that. Something that is very to their pace. Because what happens if you force them? Kareli, what happens if you force an intrapersonal, the psychologist? Tell us.
For example, the students, what happened?
Yes.
I think no, the students weren't or wasn't motivated.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like the activity, don't like the classes, and maybe homework don't do that.
Okay, what happened? Yes, well, first Claudia and then Grace.
I think they close themselves, and after
Exactly.
that you can do nothing with them, and they start to hate you, and they start to hate learn English. So you make a trouble in them.
Yes, they start saying teacher, mother, son of a, things like that. Grace.
I was gonna say pretty much the same thing because my best friend is an very interpersonal person. So every time I force to say something, they close them. The more I force him, the more he closes. So, and with other people, like if you push them, they flee. So
Right. Exactly. Very good. Okay, now, yes, Mariana. Mariana?
Yes, Harrison, can I ask you a question? I have a problem with my groups because with this modality that they are in 6th grade, so they don't want, I don't know if they are shy, I don't know if they are falling in love with each other, but they don't want to turn on their cams. So I don't know what to do, even though when I was trying a lot of strategies, I don't know what can I do. I don't know if you can suggest me something, because I don't know if they are intrapersonal or they are is just because they are in a hard age, or I don't know.
It could be a combination of both. Remember, okay, this is for everybody. Remember that all of us have the same intelligences, okay? But some are more predominant than the others. Now, as far as cameras on, it could be everybody has that, or just one or two. Your audio.
Almost all of them.
Okay.
Like I have in one group I have 17, and in the other group I have 19. So the most of them that I like, only 3 or 4 they open their cameras.
Okay, so then it doesn't have to do anything with multiple intelligences. They are playing something else, watching porn or eating or something, or other things. So my suggestion here is is your own private groups or it's institution?
It's a bilingual school.
Okay, so ask the director to force them to have the cameras on somehow. Let me explain why my suggestion. If you had 17 students and only 2 or maybe 3 had the cameras off, then you would handle it directly with the students. They might be feeling bad, they might be intrapersonal, you can handle it. But if you have 17 and only 2 or 3 have the cameras on, that's a whole different story. Okay.
I'm sorry, I can listen to you very well, says Metrava. But actually, the boss, she was in the class, and that was the same, because they didn't open their cameras with the directora. They didn't. They do the same exactly.
Yeah, but then imagine if they do it with the principal,
Yes, with the principal.
they do it with the principal, well, then they will do it with you, obviously. So it doesn't have to do anything with the multiple intelligences, okay? My point is, if it was 2 or maybe 3 that had cameras off, then you would deal with the students, you know, maybe they don't feel good, maybe they are interpersonal. But if you have 17 and only 2 or 3 have cameras on, that it's institution problem. They need to enforce them to have their cameras on somehow. Okay, good. Naturalistic, the last one.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Patty. Yes, Patty. Oh, sorry, Claudia. You had your hand raised, or is the one previous, the one before?
I'm sorry, teacher. Yes.
Okay. So, Patty.
Okay, naturalistic, strange, understanding natures, making distinctions, identifying flora and fauna. Preferences, be involved with nature, make distinctions. Learns, that's true, working in nature, exploring living things, learning about plants and natural events. Needs, order, same, different. Connections to real life and science issues. Partners.
Very good. This one type of intelligence was added later, and it has been controversial because it has to do with the new generations, you know, the crystal generations, those generations que en mi tiempo le decíamos otra manera más.
I call them mazapanes.
Los mazapanes, all of those. Ya no, yo les digo de otra manera, but yes, those have to do with that, you know, and it has to do with have you seen people like, ay, me siento triste porque está lloviendo, ¿no? Or que me siento con alegría porque el sol está muy fuerte. You know, I respect, I don't believe in that. I personally respect, and you should respect. And they will have, you will have new students that they will do the same, like, ay, es que me siento mal, o ¿qué tienes, Nancy? Es que está lloviendo. Y yo por adentro, ay, Nancy, ¿de veras? Pero lo voy a decir, yes, of course. Tomorrow will be a great day. I don't know. I'm just being sarcastic. Anyways, so be careful on respecting the new generations. That's the point. Okay? Even though we don't like it. I personally don't like it. But hey, new generations, new styles, new ways of educating children. Okay? All right, it's 11:35. You want to take a pee break?
Yes, please.
All right, so let's take a pee break. Oh, it's 11:37. Wow, we went too long. Okay, how about 11:55? It's okay? Yes, okay, so I'll meet you here at 11:55. And thank you very much.
¿A qué hora
How much time?
regresamos, perdón? ¿A qué hora regresamos?
I didn't listen.
He
I'm
said
wondering.
55.
11:55.
He said 55.
All right, so
55.
11:55. Okay.
Yes, positive.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Patricia, did you say that you live in Mexico City? In which part of Mexico? Because I'm living here too.
Oh, really? I am living in Tlatelolco area.
Oh, I live near to, bueno, I don't know if you know, El Caminero or Tlalpan.
Yes, I know it. The part of the south, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, I didn't know that
No, I think
you are living here as
yes,
well.
I think all the teachers live in another part of the
Yeah.
of the Mexico. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now are you working in a school?
I am working at school right now in the afternoons. I am new in this career, and that is the reason I have been taking this course, because I know the language, I learned the language, I speak the language, but thanks to this situation, I have to change my career. I used to work as a restaurant manager.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but unfortunately, and thanks for this situation, I have to quit my job. And this time I have been studying, taking this course, this amazing course.
Yes.
And right now I am teaching English in the afternoon. I am really, really new in this, but I have been learning a lot thanks to this course, and thanks to all of the teachers that we are here. And I have learned a lot, and I have been learning a lot. Thanks to you, thanks to all of you, with your sharing your experience, sharing your ideas.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
In what school do you work?
Thank you.
Thank you, Steven. Yes, I am working right now in a school named Home English. It is from Querétaro.
Ah, okay.
I am working just 2 hours per day, because I am totally new, and they gave me the chance to start with this career.
Yes.
Yes.
Very nice.
Yes, and it is really challenging for me, because they gave me kids, and it's really challenging.
Yes, yes. It's difficult. It's difficult for the situation that they live in. I have a daughter, she's 12. It's very difficult for her, stay at home and take the class. But in my case, my daughter likes to learn English, because his teacher, her teacher, sorry, is young. I think she has an active class, and my daughter learned from me English. She learned in the school. I speak with she sometimes in English when she wants, because now is when she wants for the age. Sometimes she wants to talk in English, sometimes no. But yes, it's difficult to teach. It's a I forgot the word. Es un reto, no? It's a
The challenge.
It's a challenge. Thank you.
It's a challenge, yeah.
Yes.
Patricia, you will do it fine. You will do it well.
Oh,
I
thank you
think
so much.
it depends a lot the willingness you have, the willingness, you know,
Yes.
and also like the emotion. I mean, the passion that you put in it. So if students notice that you are interested in the filling up the fields, the gaps, or the soft spots, you will do something amazing. And you have the first and the most important part, which is the willingness, and you know, like you really want it, so you can do it. You just have to improve some things, some fields, but I mean, you're a human being, as we all are here, so you're not perfect. Anybody in here is. So it's just something about, like, you know, beef off your strengths and just to address your soft spots so that you can improve them as well. But I think you will do it.
Thank you so much. Yes, and as Erica said, it's really challenging to do it right now through online, you know. You have to catch their attention all the time because there are kids. My youngest kids is eight years old, and the oldest.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yeah.
The oldest is.
Good luck.
13.
Break a leg.
I know. It's pretty challenging for me, and well, I think I am doing well because I have received some message from their parents, and they told me that their kids are really interested in learning and continue to learn with me, and I am so glad with this. Yeah, yes, obviously I have learned all these skills thanks to you, to these classes, thanks to Harrison, because I am really new in this career.
So what is the chisme?
A lot of them, a lot of gossip.
Sorry about that.
No, just I have been sharing my experience about I am really new in this career, but I have two classes per day right now in the afternoons. One of them are for kids. That is really challenging. My youngest student is 8 years old, and the oldest, yes, and the oldest is 13 years old. So it's really challenging.
So is this for private classes or you work for an institution?
No, private classes.
Private classes, okay, that's good. All right, why don't we turn the cameras on and do the pick off today, the selfie. Yes, thank you. Fabiola, manifest. Fabiola, the power of Christ compels you.
I'm dyeing my hair.
Ay, qué hombre, chale, pues, o sea, dijeras tú, pero no, hombre, tú pon la cámara, ándale. Marta, also, your camera. Fabiola, se te ve chido tu ventilador. No, hombre, pon tu camba, cara. Chish. Ok. Está buena tu frente, pero bueno, está bien, Fabiola. Sale. 1, 2. Good, excellent. Very good. Okay. So let's continue. There we go. So this is like a brief description of 8 of them, okay? Like a resume of all of them. Mamba, bájate. Sorry. What about verbal linguistics? Read it, Claudia.
Verbal linguistics. It refers to an individual's ability to understand and manipulate words and languages.
You know, like the classic Spanglish, ¿no? Hacer la clasation and things like that. So that's a linguistic topic. Mamba, yeah. Okay, logical, mathematical. Arturo.
Yes.
Yes.
Logical mathematical. It refers to an individual's ability to do things with data, collect and organize, analyze and interpret, conclude and predict.
Very good. So organizing data, collecting, organizing. Those guys are really annoying. They really want to have everything in order. You know, that's okay, but you know, I'm not, so. So visual spatial, Brian.
Yes, sir. So visual spatial refers to ability to form and manipulate a mental model. They depend on visual thinking and are very imaginative.
Very good. They like to imagine things. Hold on a second. Somebody's knocking on the door. Give me 1 second, okay?
Yes, teacher. Your dog loves you.
A little too much.
Arturo, Carlos, you never sent me your homework, bro.
Sorry about that. That was estafeta. Okay, anyways. So, bodily kinesthetic. Nora.
Bodily kinesthetic refers to people who process information through sensations they feel in their bodies.
Yeah, although it sounds kind of hot. Sounds kind of. Okay, so can you listen to me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Although it sounds kind of hot, but it's not. They do need to be touching things. You know, that's very interesting. Naturalistic, Erika.
Yes, it's seen in someone who recognizes and classifies plants, animals, and minerals.
New generations, right? Musical intelligence, Mariana.
Yes, refers to the ability to understand, create, and interpret music, pitches, rhythm, and tones, and the capability to understand music.
Good. Interpersonal, Chema.
Is the ability to interpret and respond to the moods, emotions, motivations, and actions of others. Requires good communication and interaction skills.
The gossiper, right? And intrapersonal, Ivan?
It's the ability to know oneself, an individual who is able to understand his, her own emotions, motivations, and be aware of his, her own strengths and weaknesses.
Very good. So far, so good? Questions? No, ¿verdad?
No.
Okay, go. If you have any questions, please interrupt me. Okay, good. Now, how can we apply the intelligences in the classroom, right? Some teachers set up learning centers with resources and materials that promote involving the different intelligences, okay? So there are two types of activities: teacher-centered approach and a student-centered approach. What does it mean? What does it mean? When we apply the multiple intelligences in the classroom, we have two approaches: teacher and a student. Which one is correct or incorrect to use? Nobody?
I think teacher-centered.
Okay, very good. That would be biological, right? Well, no, both are correct. However, a student center will be more predominant than the tasks and the activities, but they choose from your own intelligence. We're going to discuss that in a moment, okay? Teacher-centered lessons. Can you read this, Andrea?
The instructor incorporates materials, resources, and activities into the lesson that teach to the different intelligences. Teachers may lecture students, show informational videos and posters, perform drills, and post problem-solving exercises. Teacher-centered lessons should be limited to a few activities, e.g., teacher starts with an instructional unit or lesson with teacher-centered activities and then follow up with student-centered lessons.
Good. Pretty much it says that teachers may use their own intelligence in a minimal way. I'll give an example. Maybe Rocio loves to do essays. You understand essays? You know, ensayos, written activities. She loves it. So she starts. Do every one of your students enjoy writing?
Sorry, can you repeat it,
Teacher,
please?
you're muffling.
Because you were frozen.
Yes.
Okay.
Please, thank you.
Can you listen now?
It's still cutting off, teacher.
Not very well.
Amor, ¿no estás conectada a Infinitum? ¿No estás con... Okay. Okay, can you listen to me now?
Yes, better.
Yes, it's better.
Okay, so I'll give you an example. Rocio, maybe, yes?
Yes.
Maybe Rocio loves to do writing essays, no? Writing activities. So, written exercise. Let me ask you something, Rocio. All of your students enjoy writing?
Of course not, because probably one of them is kinesthetic, so he needs movement.
Exactly. You keep doing only writing exercises because you like it, that would be incorrect. So the suggestion is you start the class maybe with a written essay because that's what you like. And then you move on with the student-centered activities. See the point?
Yes.
Okay. What about student-centered? Can you read this, Grace, please?
Student-centered lessons. One of the most important aspects of student-centered lessons is allowing students to make choices. Teachers should encourage students to exercise their weaker intelligences, but allowing them to explore their stronger areas as well.
Good, excellent. So it's important to let students use their intelligence to learning, right? So you would actually promote and use activities for their intelligence, whether it's predominant or not predominant. What are the benefits of multiple intelligences? Number one, Giovanni.
As a teacher and student, you realize that there are many ways to be smart.
Do you agree with this, Giovanni?
Yes, all the students are or have their own abilities, I think. Yes.
Of course, right? You know, some of them might be very stupid, but they have something to be smart about. Okay, so all intelligence are equally celebrated. All right. Well, yeah, number two, all forms of intelligence are equally celebrated. Number three, Kareli.
A sense, of increased self-worth may be seen as students build on their strengths and work towards becoming an expert in certain areas.
Good, excellent. So when a person becomes or develops an intelligence, their self-esteem increases, right? And the last one, Cindy, are you here? Oh, maybe Cindy's not here, right? Oh, yes.
Students may develop strong problem-solving skill that they can use in real-life situations.
Very good. And so students will develop solving skills because they have developed all type of intelligences. Now, let's apply the classroom application, okay, with practical activities, okay? Verbal linguistic, can you read teacher center, Nora?
Yes. Teacher center, present content verbally, ask questions aloud, and look for student feedback, interviews.
Very good. So that's what a teacher will say. A verbal or linguistic teacher will do lecturing. Acuérdense que del TTT, right? The teachers talking time. Teachers love talking, right? Interviewing, etc. What about a student center? Ryan.
Student center. Student presents material. Students read content and prepare a presentation for his or her classmates, and students debate over an issue.
Very good. So now you don't talk. You let the students talk in a presentation or on a debate or pair work or whatever. Logical, mathematical. Nancy, are you here? Oh, Nancy went to watch porn. Rocio, you here?
I'm sorry, I got some troubles here. I'm here now.
Okay, so can you read logical, mathematical?
Sure. Provide brain teasers or challenging questions to begin lessons. Make logical connections between the subject matter and authentic situations to answer the question why.
Very good. Hello, pause there, Rocio. So teacher center is when the teacher provides the exercises, provides the connections, provides the brain teasers, provides the exercises. Now, what about the student center? Logical, mathematical. And continue reading, Rocio.
Student graphs or charts to explain reading info.
Okay. All right, so in this case, students produces, they categorize the information, they create graphs, they participate, etc. Now, what about kinesthetic, Anaí?
Use props during lecture, provide tangible items pertaining to content for students to examine, review using sports-related examples, throw a ball to some to answer a question.
Very good. So again, the teacher provides, the teacher uses, the teacher reviews. What about the students, Anaí?
Students use computers to research subject matter. Students create props their own explaining subject matter, shadow boxes, mobiles, etc. Students create games.
Very good. So in this case, students create, the students use, the students innovate, right? See the difference? Teacher does, and a student center, students do. Visual Spatial. Claudia.
When presenting the information, use visual to explain content, PowerPoint, slides, charts, graphs, cartoons, videos, overheads, smart boards.
Very good. Very good. In other words, again, teacher provides the information, teacher presents the information, and using PowerPoint or whatever the media is, he uses and presents. Now, what about the student center? You continue reading Claudia?
Student center.
Sí.
Have students work individually or in a groups to create visuals pertaining to the information. Posters, timelines, models, PowerPoint, slides, maps, instructions, illustrations, charts, concept mapping.
Very good. Again, the students do the work, the students create, the students use posters, etc. Again, teacher does, and students do. What about musical? Arturo.
Yeah, play music in the classroom during reflection periods. Show examples of or create musical rhythms for students to remember things.
Very good. So a teacher, when they having a reading exercise, they play some music in the background, or creates rhythms, or compose something that the teacher does. Teacher composes, teacher presents, etc. What about the students center musical activities, Arturo?
Create a song or melody with the content embedded for memory. Use well-known songs to memorize formulas, skills, or test content.
Very good. Again, students create, students memorize, etc. Interpersonal, Kareli.
Yeah. Teacher center, be aware of body language and facial expressions, offer assistance whenever needed, encourage classroom discussion.
Very good. So the teacher will actually pay attention to their sensations, to their emotions, offers assistance. What about the student center? Kareli.
Yeah, encourage collaboration among peers, grow work, strengthen interpersonal connections, peer feedback and peer tutoring. Students present to the class, encourage group editing.
Very good. Check it out again. Students talk, and students present, the students elicit, edit, etc. Intrapersonal grace.
Encourage journaling as a positive outlet for expression. Introduce blogs, make individual questions welcome, create a positive environment.
Very good. So a teacher encourages making individual questions, etc. What about student center?
Journaling, individual research on content, students create personal portfolios of work.
Again, students research, students create, students do. Okay, naturalistic, Patty.
Take students outside to enjoy nature while while in learning process, lecture. Compare authentic subject matter to natural occurrences. Relate subject matter to stage that occur in nature, plants, weather, etc.
Again, teacher does, teacher compares, teacher takes, teacher relates. Students, Patty?
Students organize talks using natural cycles. Students make relationships among content and the natural environment. How has nature had an impact? Students perform community service.
So students, organize, students make relationships, community service, etc. and etc. etc. Very good. Now let's go to exercise 3. This is going to be homework. Let me explain. Exercise 2. Exercise 3. Okay. Dice, choose the right activities, resources for students according to their profile of intelligence. Assign the following grammar forms to groups of 3 or 4 in the classroom. Simple present, simple continuous, simple past, can, should, have to, simple present versus present progressive, present perfect, blah, 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 blah. Number 2, have students make a list of drills of resources that they would use on each type of intelligence of the topic they've chosen. And 3, compare answers in groups. In other words, you are going to take this to your classrooms, and then you're going to, it says here that I have to assign it. You select if you want to do simple present, present continuous, or they have to, or whatever, right? Just make sure that the students know the topic, and then ask them to make a list of drills or activities that they would like to use on whatever the topic you have chosen. Okay? And then you're going to decide if what kind of intelligence is that person that selected the activity. Let's give an example. Let's say if it's present continuous, okay? So Patty, I'm Patty's student. Patty says, okay, present continuous, Gerson, what type of activity would you like to have? So I write in a paper and I say, okay, present continuous, I would like to have pair work and an interview. So my type of intelligence is, Patty?
I don't remember.
If a person wants to have debates, interviews and talk, he is?
Maybe linguistic.
Linguistic.
And intrapersonal. See the activity? Okay, so Grace, what are we doing?
Teacher.
Yes, who said that?
Claudia.
Yes, Claudia.
We're gonna do an activity for each kind of person, kind of intelligent. You know what I mean?
No, can you repeat?
We're gonna do an activity for each kind of person.
No. In your group, are you currently teaching?
Oh, we're gonna select just one.
No, Claudia. Are you currently teaching to a group?
For me?
Are you currently teaching?
I don't know.
Are you working right now?
Uh-huh.
Yes, okay. So you're teaching in a group?
Yes.
Okay, so you do the activity to all of your students?
No matter who are them.
No, that's the point. Because of their activities, you're going to select the type of intelligence of their, you're going to identify their intelligence.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Gerson, select
Okay,
the activity and you say what is the intelligences.
Yes, okay, so again, you ask your students to tell you what type of what type of activity they want to have.
Harrison, with 7, it's okay. 7 or 10, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
That's okay, you know.
Thank
All
you.
right, so
I'm sorry. It's just a survey about the activities the students like to do, right?
yes, and with that survey, you're going to identify each one of your students' type of intelligence.
Teacher,
Yes, who said that?
I am Gabby.
Yes, Gabby.
I understand we need to see if the students are inter or intrapersonal person. For see.
Yes, exactly. But you're going to select
that kind
Okay.
of person is there. Are there? Excuse me.
exactly.
Teacher, for
And your
example,
with your students.
Yes, of course. Thanks.
Yes, who said that? Who called me too?
me, Claudia.
Yes, Claudia.
For example, we're gonna teach how is the simple past. It's an example. First, I'm gonna make a chart, for example. And after that, I'm gonna make a song.
No, Claudia. You're going to ask your students to tell you what activities they would like to have.
Okay.
Yes, o sea, you're going to ask your students to tell you what activities they like.
Okay.
So this
Yes,
is how
and then with that, it's okay. With that information, you're going to identify what type of intelligence is your student.
But how are we gonna ask them? Through what? Through questions?
Yeah, no question. Okay. Tell me, today we're going to talk about simple past. Tell me the activities in a message, if it's in Zoom, in a message, tell me what activities would you like to have?
Okay.
Yes, for example, I have 10 students. So
Yes.
I going to start to teaching them present continuous, and I will ask them, okay, guys, today we'll see present continuous. What kind of activities would you like to have? Something like that?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Simple as that. Simple as that. Very good.
And after that, when we got all the information, what we gonna do?
Identify what kind of.
And after that, we're gonna prepare a class?
No. You're going to identify. Just identify what type of intelligence correspond each of the activity.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Very good. Excellent. Perfect. All righty. Yes, questions?
No, this is our
No?
homework for the next class. Yes?
Yes, it's correct. Yes.
Okay.
So the ones that don't have a group, okay, like for example, Nora or Anaí or the ones that they're not teaching, send me a message in private and I will lend you a group so you can conduct the survey. And I'll be present while you do the survey. Okay? So I know Giovanni is not working, Giovanni and Andrea, Nai, Arturo. So tell me so I can schedule a group for you, and then you do the survey.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Well, let's call it the day. Let's call it a day because next week we do the how do you call it,
The exercise?
the exercise? Yes.
Teacher, in my case, do I have to stay here so you can explain me a little bit, you know, like there's the last day and all that stuff, and about the schedule, or it's gonna be private or what?
You're talking about
Because
the
from
TKT
what
exam?
yes, sir. Because I'm not really sure if this was my last day here with you or the next coming Saturday. But definitely it is both. It could
Let
be
me
one
go
of-
and check. No, let me go and check my record, and I'll let you know in private.
Vale.
No need to state. And remember and remember to everybody else, or you know, Carelli, and that I don't have the date until I talk to the school in Leon. That
Okay.
it should be today or tomorrow.
All
I
right.
call them, and so I will have. It's going to be in March, but I don't have the date yet.
Okay, well, I already, I mean, FYI, I already made the decision of doing it like right there. Okay, so of course I will need you to let me know as soon as you can, right? Because I'm, you know, like planning, like traveling to there to Irapuato to apply the
Yes,
exam.
no problem.
And you will be my
Yes.
mentor over there, right? You will be.
Yes, I'll be the. I'm the examiner.
All right, so you're the one who says yes or no.
Exactly. So you talk to me nicely. That's good.
Okay, yes, sir. I'm gonna take some gifts
Cash,
from
credit card, everything accepted.
Yes,
No, I'm
sir.
just kidding. Okay. Well, do the homework. Again, if you don't have a group, let me know so I can lend you a group, and you can have one of my groups to conduct the survey.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. You know, party a lot, drink a lot, have sex, not you, Grace, and the rest have fun.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay, see you next. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Take care. Goodbye. Have a
Bye.
nice weekend.
Somebody
Teacher.
has a question.
Who has a question?
Andrea, I think.
I am Gabby.
Oh, sorry.
yes, Gaby.
My bad. My bad.
Sorry?
Is there class at 2 o'clock?
Yes, there's a conversation club. 2 o'clock, same ID, like last week.
Okay, thank you.
Claudia, I received your message. Send me a WhatsApp so I can schedule, okay? All right, cool.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
See you around. Bye.
I'm waiting for your feedback.
Yes, I know. Today, I promise.
No problem. I just wanna be sure I'm doing a little.
You do fine. Believe in you more. But yes, I promise today give you feedback.
Okay. Thank you.